I call Mr. Kalmár, rapporteur. You have 13 minutes in total, which you may divide between presentation and the report and reply to the debate. Mr. Kalmár, the floor is yours.
Thank you, Mr. President. Dear colleagues, we have arrived to the final stage of a 1.5-year-long work. First of all, I express my gratitude to the Secretariat of the Committee for Equality and Non-Discrimination, to the experts who helped my work, the Italian, Finnish, and Serbian delegations who helped organizing and conducting the 3 fact-finding visits, and of course, to the former and actual presidents of our committee, but also to the members for their very active participation in the debates organized on this report. The report has manifold bases. The legal antecedents of the Council of Europe, especially the Framework Convention for the Protection of National Minorities. Desk research and information collection during fact-finding visits to Italy, Finland, and Serbia. Meeting with Mr. Latimer, Executive Director of Minority Rights Group International. Public hearings organized by the committee with Professor Athanasia Spiliopoulou-Okermark, President of the Advisory Committee on the Framework Convention for the Protection of National Minorities, and Mr. Stefan Oetter, Chair of the Committee of Experts of the European Charter for Regional or Minority Languages in Madrid. Specific issues were discussed on the Spanish language policy with the participation of Mr. Rafael Rodriguez Ponga, Secretary General of Instituto Cervantes, and Mr. Fernando Rey Martinez, President of the Council for the Promotion of Equal Treatment and Non-Discrimination on the grounds of racial or ethnic origin, on political participation and territorial autonomies with the participation of Mrs. Michelle Akip, head of the Secretariat of the Framework Convention, and Professor Stefan Wolf, Director of Research and Knowledge Transfer, College of Social Sciences, University of Birmingham. All this work was done with the intention of collecting as much as possible and as wide as possible data, experiences, and opinions in order to get a well-balanced and useful report on this very sensitive issue of high political importance. I have to appreciate the decision of the Bureau of the Assembly, which defined and approved the title and the goal of the motion, which was followed by a decision of the committee on the outline of this report. In light of the political situation in the Ukraine, nobody can ignore the importance and actuality of protecting and promoting the rights of traditional national minorities in Europe, in preventing conflicts and the threat of states' integrity. This is the first occasion that the Bureau has tabled the title of a report on this subcategory of national minorities. In this respect, I want to mention that there are several Council of Europe reports, resolutions and recommendations concerning other subcategories of national and ethnic minorities, like Roma people, for instance. I inform you that I had a change of clarifying letters with the European Roma and Travelers Forum. I am convinced that a new self-standing follow-up report should be done in the future on the issue of Roma people. During my work, I was also addressed with the need for a report regarding the Jewish communities in Europe. It is perhaps less known that people belonging to traditional national minorities represent about 100 million persons in the 47 member states of the Council of Europe. The ethnic, cultural, and linguistic diversity of Europe has been an essential element of its competitiveness and creativity. Unity through diversity is one of the European slogans. The richness should be protected and nurtured. Europe today has to answer economic challenges coming from other parts of the world. I am convinced that if we cannot unite our forces, there will be no prosperous future for any of our nations. The aim must be avoiding assimilation and assuring peaceful coexistence and tolerance, which brings stability, development, and security for all. The report is mainly based on the Framework Convention for the Protection of National Minorities, but it brings also in front of you other international instruments and some of the best practices used in this field. In my opinion, these tools are underused. This is our common responsibility. Dear colleagues, the peaceful coexistence for traditional national minority communities with the majority is at stake. The issue is European, but the risk is global. I quote, "The stability of our society depends on the rights of national minorities," stated Mrs. Gordana Stamenic, State Secretary at the Serbian Ministry of Justice and Public Administration during our meeting. During my fact-finding visit to Alto Adige, Südtirol, I was told that the Italian-German cohabitation had the following stages. After the Second World War, it might be labeled as one against the other. Later, it was followed by one next to the other. Now it is in the stage of one together with the other. The next very desired and expected stage will be one for each other. En français, un pour l'autre. I am sure that Europe can win the global competition if, and only if, we all reach at least the stage one together with the other. Thank you.